Did you know?
History books for life. History books for life.
And
Africa is not our home. Oh, while I dare fact. Africa is not our home.
because
The Indians were you. The Indians were you. The Indians were you.
that's why.
Finds himself in exile in his own land. His own land.
So,
You just want to claim a spot for the whole thing.
because
We were always here. We were always here. We were always here. We were always here.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Channel. On this episode, right off the bat, we're going to be debunking the historical fairy tale that the Indians died off from diseases. In the book, The History of Alabama and incidentally that of Georgia and Mississippi, in 1851, it says the natives drank a tea, which in modern times was called black drink. It was made by boiling the leaves of the coccinea plant until a strong decoction was produced. Pause. So it says in modern times. This book was put out in 1851, and that's the modern times it talks about. So in modern times, the natives had a drink called black drink. Down here it says it seems to have been used at the early period of 1564 as it is at present. Pause. So they used it from 1564 all the way through to the 1850s. It says to purify the system. So therefore, the whole thing about they died off and this and that, no, they had herbs. They were one with the land. They didn't die off from illnesses they pretty much never got because of this black drink and other remedies that they was pretty much part of their culture. That is why we need to look into and learn about these Aboriginal alkaline herbs so that we can bring back those, long years of 110 and 120 years on the earth instead of dying off at 60. The first herb to be discussed is the guaco, which is native to the Americas. Says in current herbal medicine systems in Brazil, guaco is well known and well regarded as an effective natural bronchial dilator and expectorant and cough suppressant employed for all types of upper respiratory problems, including bronchitis, pleurisy, colds and flu, coughs, and asthma, as well as for sore throats, laryngitis, and fever. Guaco is also popular in Brazil as an anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, and pain reliever for rheumatism, arthritis, intestinal inflammation, and ulcers. It must be noted that the guaco plant is used as the basis for many cough medicines in the market today.
George had questions about everything, especially plants. When George was a boy, the school by his house was for white children only. He was not allowed to go to school. That didn't stop him from learning, though. He did experiments with plants to find the answers to many of his questions. He learned so much about plants that people called him the little plant doctor. But George wanted to learn much more. He dreamed of going to a school with books and teachers.
It should be noted that Dr. Sebi also experimented with plants, never went to anybody's school, and also was known as a doctor. Through the history books, which has all been a lie, so therefore, if it's a lie, then what's the truth? If it's a lie, then what's the truth?